Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We've got your daily reading here for Tuesday, April the 8th of 2025. Let's have a look and see what we've got going on today. Of course, Mercury stationed stationed direct, yesterday, and Mercury is in the sign of Pisces. So you may find that it's going to get a little bit easier to communicate. You may feel like your brain fog is lifting a little bit. And hopefully, if you've been absolutely bombarded with communication, hopefully that gets a little bit better as well. So let's see what we've got for you guys today. Incoming energy, we've got the King of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with somebody who is business-minded, who is career-oriented, or is very generous. Today, the King of Pentacles can be someone who is in a leadership position. This can be someone in a position of authority. Maybe it's a decision maker for something, or someone that you're dealing with within your career or within your financial sector. Often the King of Pentacles can come up as somebody who is, maybe your CFO, or, perhaps it's your banker and you're waiting for an answer back from them. All right, so, or an accountant, a financial advisor, things like that, a real estate agent, perhaps. So someone who is typically very much dealing with the physical realm, material possessions, and money matters. But on your energy, on your level, you could certainly be feeling like you're getting things under control today. Yes, we like that. When we start to get things under control, we feel like the King of Pentacles. We feel like things are coming together. We feel like things are grounded. We feel like, we've got 2 feet on the ground, and, we can get things done. So you may have some success today, or at least feel just that little bit more successful, and really like you've got a good head on your shoulders. The King of Pentacles can represent you getting your money, your finances in order. As we move through April, we will have a new moon in Taurus on the, I think it's the 27th. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I think it's the 27th. And Taurus is very much about money matters. So you could be, as we start to move forward into Taurus season, later in April, you could be really just focused right now on getting your finances in order, doing your taxes, and things like that. So, and the King of Pentacles shows that you are going to, you're going to certainly get those things under wraps, and certainly feel a little bit better about your situation. But the King of Pentacles is also about abundance, prosperity, success, leadership, and abundance flowing your way as well. So you might get a gift today of some kind. It might be something financial. You might get some money today, find some money. You could get a gift from somebody perhaps, or you're just maybe feeling generous. And so it's not a bad place to be. The blessings headed your way, we've got the Four of Cups. You could have a surprise coming your way. The Four of Cups also, it can represent a gift coming in, right? Something you've been waiting for, or something maybe that does catch you completely off guard. So the Four of Cups, is also one where, as a blessing energy, the energy benefiting you the most is where, perhaps instead of feeling disengaged, you feel a little bit more re-engaged today. Instead of, focusing on the negative, or maybe just not being interested at all, you get some interest back, or you find something interesting, maybe a new source of inspiration. Often the Four of Cups is representative that we've been waiting for something, or we're, kind of looking at our current circumstances going, bleh. It's like, ugh, don't feel into it. I don't, I'm just not interested in what's going on around me. There's nothing exciting, right? We're kind of in an energy of apathy with the Four of Cups, but there's something coming in. There's something positive that's there. And it can be that we've just been waiting for something, and we're just like, ugh, I'm just never going to get this thing. But as soon as we let go of it, right, this is sometimes when it does come in. This is also reminding you here to open up your mind, open up your energy, because sometimes what we're looking for is not right in front of our face. Sometimes we do need to kind of just be a little bit open to the potential and the possibilities, something here in your peripheral vision and not directly in front of your nose. Those are quite often where the good things are, where the answers are, where the possibilities lie, right? So sometimes we do need to open ourselves to look up to that possibility. But I do find that I do think that if you've been feeling that there's something missing lately, it's very much likely because of the retrogrades that we've had. We do still have Venus right now in retrograde. Venus, of course, is matters of the heart, your emotions, and Venus is retrograde in Pisces right now. So you could, again, feel a little bit detached from reality, or you're just kind of going within a little bit. You're still in reflection mode and what makes my heart happy. So in this energy, you may figure out what makes your heart happy. And that's part of the whole point of Venus retrograde. It's for us to turn inward and assess and evaluate the things in our lives that we have or that we don't have. So this is where things kind of, you might get some answers today, especially where Mercury has turned direct. This is where you may be finding those answers, but stay open. All right. We've got Temperance as the challenge headed your way. Now, this is such a positive energy. It is in the upright. Okay, so a challenge here is a delay, is something that you need to work through. When we have the challenge cards, if you watch my dailies, you know that the challenge energy is not the same as it being in reverse. Okay, something we need to pay attention to, something that we need to work through before we can continue, something that we need to deal with. It can cause delays, possibly, but ultimately it's a positive thing. So with that Temperance energy, so we can certainly work through something there. We can restore the status quo. And, you know, the Temperance card reminds us everything in moderation. Be patient, be kind, be compassionate, be calm, right? It's a very calming energy. So for part of your day today, you may not be feeling super calm, right? You might not be feeling engaged, right? Four of Cups. But things will fall together again. Things will come back together again. Maybe you get an answer that you've been looking for. Maybe you get some advice. Maybe you just, kind of start out a little floopy in your day. And then as your day progresses, things just kind of settle down a little bit. But the Temperance card is about balance and harmony. It does bring in healing energy. It also brings spiritual guidance as well. So your guardian angel is watching you when we have this Temperance card. So you may need to really embrace the energy of being open and receptive today. Okay? Because the Four of Cups here, even though it's in your blessings, it does show this little bit of energy where we are closed off and there's something trying to come in, right? We've got this little sprightly fairy trying to bring in something. Okay, maybe it's a message from spirit. And so when we're not open to see it or to receive it, right, then, we still get it, but we just don't recognize it right away. So there could be something here that there is a message coming in, but in order to receive it, we do need to open ourselves to it. And so finding a quiet space for a few minutes today can certainly help you out, can certainly be a blessing for you. But the Temperance card is also about balance and harmony. And, so how do you find that? Right? And so a lot of us are, kind of really looking at our lives, especially with Venus and Mercury that have been in retrograde. And, again, what's working in my life, what's not working in my life. On the 12th, 13th, depending on your time zone of April, we've got a full moon in Libra. It's not very far away. It's only a few days away. And, this is about relationships and balance and harmony, diplomacy, compromise in our life. And again, what works, what's not? Can I heal a situation? Can I heal a relationship? Can I heal something within me? And so this could be some things that you're working through with that temperance card. So some meditation or finding a quiet spot for reflection can certainly help you and can maybe bring you some answers, that epiphany moment, that big aha moment. But everything in moderation with the temperance card. Sometimes we do want to rush through our day. The King of Pentacles can certainly be that energy where it's like, woohoo, I want to buy something, and so, here it's, maybe you do have, have something that you want to buy. You've been saving up for it. The King of Pentacles, you're like, oh, I'm feeling flush with cash today. The Four of Cups, hey, maybe you find something on sale unexpectedly. And, but the Temperance card is saying, hey, just, remember to keep your wits about you. All right. But this is also Sagittarian energy with the Temperance card. And, Sagittarian energy wants to be free from encumberments, free from attachments, free from responsibility. Sometimes, freedom to, have fun and to create things. So, you might find that as you go through your day to day, you do have to be down to earth and serious, even though there's something that you want to do instead. Okay. Well, there's always something we want to do instead. All right. But that Temperance card is really what's trying to lead you through your day. So listen to your intuition. Pay attention to signs, symbols, synchronicities, right? If it's, those little things that we dismiss as a coincidence often are not a coincidence. Okay, I don't personally believe in coincidences. I believe everything happens for a reason. And sometimes those, seeming coincidences happen multiple times throughout your day because you're ignoring it the first time. Okay, so don't ignore the messages that you're getting. We have the Six of Pentacles here as your advice from Spirit. What a wonderful energy. Okay, what you put out there is what you receive back. So with this, some of you, again, with this Four of Cups, there's something coming in here for you. And Spirit says here in your advice card, Six of Pentacles, be open and ready to receive. Something that you have put out, whether you've put a question to the universe, whether you've put good vibes out there, whether you've been a helpful resource for others, maybe you invested something, okay, something flows back to you today, whether it's help, support, investments, answers, guidance, you name it. Something positive can certainly come back to you, and often those things come back multiplied. The Six of Pentacles is a circulatory energy, always reminding us that things do come back around full circle, and sometimes when we least expect it. Okay, Four of Cups, right? We may least expect it. But the Six of Pentacles is a reminder of balance and harmony in your life as well. So this is things like in your workplace, honest day's work for an honest day's pay. Do you have that? If not, is it time to change? Right? Balance and harmony in relationships. Is your relationship with your friends, with your family, with your, with your spouse or your partner, are those balanced and in harmony? Or is there something off kilter? So sometimes we do need to, kind of connect with our heart space, right? We need to take that step back. We need to reevaluate and reassess those things. Can I fix this? If there's something out of alignment, can I fix it? Do I have the possibility to, get paid what I'm worth, or do I need to make a change? Do I have the potential here to get my relationship back on track, equally responsible, whatever that looks like? It's not always 50-50. It just depends on your situation. So balance and harmony are certainly front and center as we go through the days leading up to this Libra and full moon. But ultimately, the Six of Pentacles, yep, something you give, what you get back, what you give, right? And so this is a card of charity. It is a card of something coming back to you. So help others where you have an opportunity to, and, trust that good things are headed your way. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. Hope there was something here for you. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe. I thank you so very much for watching. Do stay tuned. I do have a full moon in Libra reading that will be coming out for you. It's processing itself and whatever, putting spliced videos together. So it takes a while sometimes. But anyways, in the next couple of days, that will be out. So I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.